Welcome to Inside British Royals. This is your exclusive look inside the world's most famous family. We are exploring the scandals, secrets, and power plays that define the modern monarchy. If you are new here, please do well to hit that subscribe button for more updates. Is a former prince of the realm on the verge of a complete mental breakdown? Palace insiders are sounding the alarm, using words like unstable and emotionally fragile to describe the man now known simply as Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor. There are whispers of genuine concern for his well-being, even as others dismiss it as a cynical ploy for sympathy. Tonight, we're looking at the explosive claims that Andrew is losing his grip as the Epstein scandal enters a terrifying new phase. The year 2026 has seen the ghost of Jeffrey Epstein return to haunt the House of Windsor with a vengeance. For Andrew, the king's younger brother, this has escalated from a public relations disaster to an existential threat. Stripped of his titles in October 2025 and facing eviction from his 30-room mansion, a flood of new revelations has pushed an already volatile situation to its breaking point. The crisis was kicked into high gear by the order to vacate Royal Lodge, a move reportedly sped up by the king himself. This isn't just about old mistakes anymore. This is about new allegations, active police assessments, and a family that is finally drawing a line in the sand. The catalyst for this new firestorm? The release of over 3 million pages of documents from the U.S. Justice Department's investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. Buried in that mountain of evidence are allegations that sent shockwaves through the palace. The most damaging are reports of emails from 2010, suggesting that when Andrew was Britain's special trade envoy, he shared confidential government reports with the convicted sex offender. These weren't just friendly updates. These were allegedly sensitive documents from official trade visits. In one email, the then-prince reportedly told Epstein he was sharing the information to get his comments, views, or ideas. This has completely changed the game. It's no longer just about his private life. It's now about his conduct in public office. The anti-monarchy group Republic filed a complaint, and as a result, the Thames Valley Police have confirmed they are assessing the information. That assessment could lead to a formal criminal investigation for misconduct in public office and even breaches of Britain's Official Secrets Act. But that's not all. The same police force is also assessing 2 other explosive claims. One is an allegation that a woman was trafficked to the UK by Epstein in 2010 for a sexual encounter with Andrew at Royal Lodge. The second is a broader report from campaigners alleging UK trafficking offenses. For years, U.S. authorities have described Andrew as providing zero cooperation with their inquiries. But now, with UK police actively assessing multiple claims right here on his home turf, it seems he can no longer hide. With the walls closing in, sources inside the palace are painting a disturbing picture of Andrew's mental state. He's been described as unstable, emotionally fragile, and increasingly isolated. Reports suggest he obsesses over his predicament, and his recent defiant horse-riding appearances around Windsor, just before his eviction, were seen by palace officials as a deeply concerning sign that he couldn't grasp his new, diminished status. One source noted it was causing concern both as a sign of his mental state and because it wouldn't play well with the public witnessing him still enjoying the trappings of royalty. Yet, there's a competing story from other insiders who are far less sympathetic. They suggest this isn't a breakdown, but a manipulative performance from a man with an enormous ego, a case of crying wolf to garner pity. This view is bolstered by his complete refusal to accept any wrongdoing. Friends and sources have repeatedly stated that Andrew firmly believes he's done nothing wrong and sees himself as the victim who has been hard done by. Adding to his humiliation are reports of staff disquiet, with some refusing to serve him, citing his alleged creepy reputation and entitled outbursts. This story is developing faster than anyone can keep up. If you want to stay on top of the latest from inside the palace, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. The royal family, and King Charles in particular, appears to have hit its limit. The king is described as exasperated. Having already stripped his brother of his HRH style and Duke of York title in October 2025, he's the one who ultimately ordered the eviction from Royal Lodge. The monarchy's priority now is survival, and that means creating distance. In a powerful move, Buckingham Palace released a statement expressing the king's profound concern over the allegations and affirming they stand ready to support the police if approached. The message was crystal clear: Andrew is on his own. Prince William, for his part, is reportedly pushing for even firmer accountability. While some reports suggest William is concerned for his uncle's mental health, he fully supported his father's decision to strip Andrew of his titles. In a rare statement on the matter, a spokesperson for the Prince and Princess of Wales confirmed they have been deeply concerned by the continued revelations and that their thoughts remain focused on the victims. This focus on victims stands in stark, deliberate contrast to Andrew's alleged self-pity. Other royals, like Prince Edward, have also publicly echoed this focus on the victims. Perhaps the most personal blow for Andrew is the reported strain on his relationships with his own daughters. Both Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie chose to spend Christmas with King Charles at Sandringham, not with their father. Insiders claim he is broken by his estrangement from Princess Eugenie, who co-founded an anti-slavery charity and is said to be furious over her father's stance. Princess Beatrice is reportedly caught in the tough spot of trying to maintain a relationship with her father while navigating her own standing within the family. Even his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, who has lived with him for years, is reportedly at her breaking point over the loss of their home and status. The eviction from Royal Lodge was the final, brutal symbol of Andrew's fall. The 30-room mansion near Windsor Castle had been his home for 2 decades. His departure was reportedly accelerated by his lack of remorse and his ill-advised public appearances, which were seen as a failure to acknowledge reality. According to some British media reports, the move happened under the cover of darkness. Sources described a scene where the scandal-hit royal was moved out, leaving staff to pack up the rest of his things. His destination wasn't another palace, but a new life in exile. He is reportedly staying temporarily at Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate, the same modest cottage where his own father, Prince Philip, spent his retirement, while renovations are completed at his new permanent home, Marsh Farm. The move from a sprawling, prestigious royal residence to a 5-bedroom farmhouse is more than just a change of address. It's a physical symbol of his exile. He is a prince by birth, but in every other practical sense, he has been cast out, viewed by some within his own family as a pariah infecting the monarchy. So, where does this leave the man who was once 8th in line to the throne? He is a man cornered, facing police assessments, publicly shunned by his family, and now physically removed from the heart of the monarchy. He is reportedly a man in crisis, though whether he's a genuinely broken figure or a master manipulator remains a subject of intense debate inside palace walls. The royal family has weathered many storms, but this one feels different. It involves incredibly serious allegations tied to a global sex trafficking scandal, and it features a central figure who seems to refuse to go quietly. The question is no longer just about Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's personal fate. It's about whether the institution itself can withstand the damage of a senior royal who refuses to acknowledge the devastating reality of his actions. What do you think? Is this the final, humiliating act in the downfall of the king's brother, or is it the beginning of a crisis that could threaten the crown itself? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe the insider reports about his mental state, or do you think this is a calculated play for sympathy? And don't forget to share this video to keep the conversation going.